Konnichiwa minasan, kyou wa hon o hanashimasu. Haha, I bet you thought I was going to talk in Japanese this whole video, right? Yeah, that's not going to happen. So I've been studying Japanese for about a year and a half now, and I think I need to start practicing a little bit more, but I'm not exactly sure how to practice. So today I am going to be talking about this book. It's called The Inexperienced Mage by D.W. Jackson. This is book 1. I'm doing this for a competition to win a free trip to Japan, because it would be really awesome to go back to Japan to see all my friends before I have to figure out what else I'm going to do with my life. So I know it's been a while since I've talked to you guys, and honestly this might be a bit of a long video. I'm not exactly sure, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you guys about the book first, because there's a group of people judging this book or judging this part, and I don't want them to have to sit through the whole thing if they don't want to. So this book was this is what we had to read, was a book by D.W. Jackson, and like make a, what's the word for it, make it pep it up, hype it up, that's the word, hype it up pretty much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a book review, and then I'm also going to tell you guys what I thought about the book. So I think that this was actually a pretty good book. I don't know if you guys can actually see it. He doesn't have a hard copy of any of his books, as far as I noticed. So they're all Kindle books, which I actually like because it's a lot easier to keep my phone with me. Oh gosh, dropping it. My phone with me than an actual book. Even though I really actually like reading books a lot. So, yeah. So I read this book. It's 200 pages, so it didn't take very long. I think it took me like 3 days, and that's because I read like maybe 50 to 60 pages a day, sometimes a little bit more. But if I had really buckled down, probably would have only taken me 1. And this entry is actually pretty late because something in my eye. Because I don't like talking in front of a camera with my family home, and today is Sunday, so they're at church, which means that I'm pretty free. So, yay. So this book is about a slave who is accidentally released. Is that the word? I don't remember how to say it. He gets released because someone attacks the queen, and the queen is who bought him. And he finds some information out, or he finds a book or a whole library full about mages and magic and stuff like that. And he teaches himself to use magic. I thought the book was actually really, really good. My only problem was that, oh gosh, I saved this section, and here we go. That I had to write this down because I'm very bad at remembering things. So it confused me that he found the book and then he learned magic as soon as he found the book. Like, I feel like it probably would have taken a couple more days to do it, but I wasn't like completely thrown. Like, it was kind of weird at the beginning, but then, you know, once you look past that part, like, everything else is like great. I know when I was reading about this book on Amazon that I saw a lot of people say that there's a lot of grammar errors and things like that, and I don't think I really saw any of that. Maybe because I wasn't paying attention, but I think that it was really a well-written book, and that it was something that I might actually buy the second book for, which is very unusual for me because I don't think I buy the second book to a lot of books except for one. And that's because I'm trying to finish that series, and it's like 28 books long. So I actually, oh gosh, that is not what I meant to do. I just added a bookmark to something that didn't need a bookmark. I'm trying to remember. It's okay, so I think that, in my opinion, he learned magic too fast and then he was able to use too much too quickly. But other than that, I actually really enjoyed the book. I think that it would be really something that a lot of people would be interested in, especially if you're interested in magic or any kind of like, what's the word for it? He's like a runaway, and I think that that was kind of exciting too, because it's almost like you have to keep, like, he has to keep hidden and stuff like that. But I think that it was a really good book, so you guys should really, really read about it. Yeah. I think that that was pretty much it for that part. So, I guess I will inform you guys about the rest of my life right now. So, I graduated college. Yay. I'm done. My plan right now is to work. I have a degree in psychology with a minor in child welfare, so I can't find a job in my field until I go back to grad school. The thing is, I don't think I'm going back to grad school, at least not right now. I applied for the JET program, so I'm actually really hoping that I have a high chance in that. And I'm practicing my Japanese and, you know, just trying to do everything I can to get to Japan, because I actually want to teach English. Hopefully for the long run, but at least for 1 to 2 years, so that I can get everything on, so that I can see if it's something that I want to do. So I want to show you guys this. I don't have my other book with me because it's it's in my backpack. This is actually my certification. I have a certification to teach English as a second language, and I also have a certification to teach English to young learners. So that was with the company ITT, ITTT, 3 T's, okay? And it's the International TEFL and TESOL Training. It's an online course that I took while I was still in college, because my last semester of college, all I took was gym classes and Japanese 3. So I figured, what the heck, I have the time. This was the 120-hour course for the certification to teach English as a second language, which is the one that I needed to go teach in Japan, and the 50-hour course for teaching English to young learners. And the 50-hour course was actually free because I paid for the most expensive 120-hour course. It was the course that had all of the amenities. It had all of the lessons and everything like that. It also had video lessons, and it had you get a free course for purchasing that that one. It was $350, which is a lot of money, but it's a good investment, I think, and it'll look good on anything else. Even if I don't end up teaching English for the rest of my life, I think it'll look good somewhere else. Also, I bought the Essential Japanese Grammar book, which I kind of like and I kind of don't like, because it is written in, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's written in Romaji, which right next to it is the hiragana, which is fine, but I would rather it be written in hiragana and not Romaji. But it is what it is, and I haven't exactly used this one a lot yet because I've been more focused on this one, which is Basic Japanese Kanji Volume 1. I actually have gone through, I think, to chapter, I'm on the lesson practice for lesson 2, and then I'll be on lesson 3. And I think there are like 22 chapters in here, 22 lessons, right? Yeah, 22 lessons. My only problem with this book is I think I know most of the kanji. Not because I think that I'm higher up, like the shiz or whatever you want to call it, but because I took Japanese 1 and 2 and 3, and this is Genki 2. I have Genki 1 in my backpack, but this is Genki 2, and I had to learn, I think it was about 200 kanji already for this. Let's see. It was, we went to lesson 17, so I learned 224 kanji already. And this goes through, I think, like 205. And there are some in here that I don't know, but mostly this is just practice, because I pretty much can at least know what the kanji means. I may not know how to say it, but I know the meaning. So I feel like that's at least a good start. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm doing right now. My life right now is pretty much applying for jobs. I went shopping the other day and I got a nice shirt, and I'm going today to get some nice pants for any interviews that I may have, and I'm just really hoping that something will come through soon and I'll have a job. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys my work. So this is for my school. I always did Genki, and I would do the like lesson notes, and this is actually lesson 1, which I guess I didn't get anything out of, but I went back and did lessons like 1 through 12 or something like that. But this is like lesson 2 and 3, and I took a lot of extensive notes on these because I really wanted to make sure that I was getting things down. It did help a lot, actually, so that was a good thing. And then I also, the red pen is where my sensei marked things that I needed to fix. So yeah, but this is practice, and I went through the Genki book, and as you can see, I need to practice a lot on here. I went and I did everything pretty much. So I did all of the applicable parts, and I've done all the way up to chapter, I think, like pretty much chapter 16, but there are gaps missing here and there because I'm really started like slacking on that, and which is something that you really shouldn't do. And then recently, because I started writing in this book, but then my pen went out and I don't have another pen, and my pen was one of the erasable pens. So I decided that I would go ahead and do everything in here. So I've just been doing all of these lessons pretty much in here, and I've been trying to grade myself, which is weird, I know, but I like keeping things like that. So I got 59 out of 64, and I think it's something like an 87.2, so like a B, I guess. I missed mostly this part, which is all the big numbers in Japanese. I'm really struggling with that, I guess. And then I got most of this right, I just missed a couple, so had to fix that. And I think I got the numbers wrong, but everything else was good. And then so far, yeah, still lesson 2, and I'm doing the practice now. I've already had it set up, so all I have to do is go ahead and fill everything in. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I have any more updates for you guys. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Ja, mata ne.